Welcome to our newest Homeworthy series called Our First Home, where we meet young lovebirds who are building their first nest together.
Now we're the Taylors.
We're married.
These couples have both charming love stories and lovely homes.
It just feels great to be not only building a home, but building a life together.
So prepare to be swept off your feet by these incredible pairs and the places they call home.
Hey, Homeworthy. I'm Najm.
And I'm Chloe. We're live from Philadelphia.
Welcome to our home and come on in.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, I'm Chloé Griffin, soon to be Chloé Loyd. I am the CEO, founder, and lead stylist of my interior style and design business Soul, and we are located currently in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Hey, everybody. I'm Najm Loyd, men's stylist and content creator. Welcome, Homeworthy, to our beautiful home in Philadelphia.
This home has really just been a safe haven for us. I feel like we have really created something that makes us very excited for our forever home when we actually own. I have put a lot into this home to just make it feel really good for us and speak to us. And so being here really just kind of makes us even more excited for what's to come.
For me, what I like most about our place is just how open and I guess airy it is. Just open and inviting. We have a lot of natural sunlight coming from the window, so it's just nice to be able to just look outside and just let the sunlight come in and, you know, start the day that way. So yeah, I would say the openness of our house.
Outside of that, what I would say I love the most is just how we have personalized this place. I love that it's ours. It doesn't just feel like a rental where we're, here temporarily, and so we haven't done much to the bones of the place. But I love that we have made it our own, as if it was a condo that we owned. So that's what my favorite thing about it is that we've acted like and treated it like it's our own owned home, because at the end of the day, it's home. So yeah, that would be my favorite thing.
We've been engaged since January 5th, so how was that?
Today's the 3rd, so we're just shy of
4 months.
Just shy of 3 months.
That's right, she's right, 3 months. Me and Chloe first met back in college, 2015, almost 10 years
2014.
ago. 2014?
Yeah.
It's been a while. We met in college. I was a junior at the time. I think she was a sophomore.
I think so.
Yeah, we met at this concert. We love music, so we met at this concert at our college campus.
We didn't meet. We locked eyes at a concert.
We locked eyes at a concert, so we did meet, but we didn't say anything.
We met in college. The day we actually met each other and had a conversation, I was actually walking to campus. I was sick. I was walking to the campus clinic, and he saw me walk by his window. Little did we know we lived literally right around the corner from one another. And he saw me walk by his window, and he hopped in his car. And I thought he was just on his way to school, on his way to campus, but he actually wanted to catch up with me, and he drove me to the clinic. And since then, here we are.
Yeah, I was being a gentleman, and I saw her, and I was like, let me go pick her up and try to woo her and drop her off where she needed to go.
After college, we actually were only friends. During college, we, kind of went our ways and figured things out. And after college, I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. He was in Philadelphia. And for a little while, we were just friends. We talked occasionally, but nothing too crazy because we both were in relationships with other people. And long story short, those relationships did what they did, and we reconnected, and we went to a music festival, and that was kind of like our first time really hanging out with each other again. And it was we were inseparable since then. And then we I came up, it was around, this is when we actually started dating officially for the first time. Me and my cat, who is not here right now, but myself and my cat, we flew up to Philadelphia from Charlotte. That was my first time traveling with my cat also, I might add. It was very interesting. But we flew up to Philadelphia, and we spent about a week with Najm, and it was for New Year's. I took some time off of work, and long story short, on the 5th of January, he asked me to be his girlfriend.
The question. And then 5 years later, after I popped the question, I popped the big question. So for our 5th year anniversary, I proposed to Chloé back in Charlotte, and full circle moment. The proposal was like, I was planning this for months because I wanted to get the ring ready in advance. So the ring took the longest process because I wanted to get it customized specifically for her. So once I got that out of the way, then I started planning, like, okay, who do I need to invite? Our friends, family, my friends, my family. Picked a venue in Charlotte, which we were familiar with. It's called Camp North End, back in Charlotte. And then I planned catering, a wedding planner, well, not a wedding planner, a proposal planner to made like a beautiful floral bouquet for her for a nice backdrop. Got some special drinks done for us.
Our favorite drinks.
So my favorite drink is an old fashioned with bourbon. Her favorite drink is a gin, not martini.
Lychee martini. You're right.
Lychee martini with gin.
And old fashioned. Yeah. I put him on to old fashions.
She likes to say that.
I did.
But yeah, so I had those cocktails crafted especially for us. So I lied to her because we had to fly back to Charlotte, and I had to think of something that she would believe for us to go back to Charlotte on our 5th year anniversary. So I said it was a work trip because me and my brothers, we have a visual production company in Charlotte, so it was an easy plug and play.
And
to be
I
like, hey,
totally believed it.
She bought it.
Totally.
I was like, babe, I know it's our 5th year anniversary. I got this important work thing to go to, but trust me, we're gonna have a good time. Take you out to dinner, blase, blase. And then, I took her out to dinner to propose to her on top of a rooftop in Camp North End in Charlotte. And she was definitely surprised.
Yeah, I had no idea. I always thought that it would make sense to propose on our anniversary or something. I feel like there's some typical anniversary dates. It's, the holidays. I knew that wasn't really our thing, and I didn't think that he would do that. The only other thing was either a New Year's proposal, because New Year's was always kind of our thing, or doing our anniversary. And I just completely didn't think anything, and the few times I wondered if there was something going on, it got completely debunked. He's just such a naturally calm person and just very even keel and chill. So yeah, he just debunked all of that. I actually was getting on him before the proposal, telling him I wasn't waiting another year. Little did I know.
I thought it was gonna be New Year's Day, but yeah, I had to just derail her, throw her off my tracks.
Little did I know, I was completely shocked. Welcome to our home. This is our entryway. Meet Chance. He's probably gonna be our shadow for the rest of the duration of this period of time. Say hi, Chance. Okay, hi. All right, so this is our entryway. I wanted it to be something where as soon as you walk in, you know that this home is gonna give you some style and personality. I didn't want it to be too blank. This entryway table here, I actually picked it up at HomeGoods. It was a super great find, and it actually was gray. I did a little paint job on it just to change up the color. I liked the gray at first. It was nice and just kind of calm in here, but I did want to add a little bit of depth in here with all of the neutral tones. So I added the black here. Kelly Wearstler is one of my favorite designers, but I really wanted to add her Synchronicity book. She has some beautiful, beautiful design work throughout this. So I really just kind of wanted to say, hey, welcome to our home. Expect to see some fun in design and just have it opened up to some inspiration. Yeah, and then we've got this beautiful lamp that I love. It adds a lot of texture. It has kind of like that stone, cement kind of look, but then it also has the wicker. It was a really good find too. I got it from the Crate and Barrel outlet, so it was nice to get a little discount on it. I've got this super cool textured piece of art here that I really love and enjoy as well. I'm really digging gallery lighting for big pieces of artwork as well. So you gotta have the lighting. The lighting really just kind of opens up and complements the space. We've got, of course, a little vase here. I always try to kind of decorate in threes and triangulate things. It just looks the best. And then, of course, we've got some books as well under here. I don't crack these open too much, not these particular books, but the Living in Color book I actually cracked open often. These two ottomans here that I saved. One thing about me, I'm big on trying to utilize and repurpose what you already have. And these ottomans actually used to sit at the foot of the bed in our old bedroom years ago, and I've hung on to them and I found a better place for them suited under here. So this is their new home. We have the gorgeous
Big mirror.
Anthropology vintage mirror. Sadly, this is the only place this mirror really can go in our home because it's so massive, but we love it. It's really nice when guests are walking out of the bathroom or when they get here, or even when we're headed out to just do a nice and final fit check, especially because all of my coats are in this hallway. And then we've got this beautiful runner that I got from Revival. I absolutely love it. I'm a fan of wool rugs, wool handmade rugs. They definitely shed a lot, so make sure you have a good vacuum cleaner. But yeah, I just wanted to add a wool rug that would be really complimentary. It'll be a runner long enough for this space, but also really complimentary to the colors that were utilized in the entryway. And then the plants, just letting you know that this is a plant home and we love plants here. So this gallery wall, I love gallery walls. I think every home should have one place where photos just kind of gather and tell different stories and are just a mess and this, blah. So I really love that I found this space. For the longest time, this wall was just taking up space and it had no rhyme, had no reason. And I finally got to a place where I could make it into a gallery wall, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. It's been definitely a fan favorite. This gallery wall, the heart of this gallery wall is actually behind here, if I can get it off. This is the heart of this gallery wall. I had to cover it up. I know we all know the struggle of these ugly electrical boxes. I found this amazing piece of artwork that would cover it up. It still kind of had this neutral forward. It has the textures, as you can see, but I needed to work around this piece. And I'm kind of a crazy person because I literally free-handed this collage wall, and if you know, you know. Collage walls, you definitely want to go with an approach where you kind of plan it out, but I guess I've just been doing this for so long, and I don't know, I guess I got the magic touch. I was able to just freehand this and place it places where I thought it would look good, and it all came together so wonderfully. Got tons of picture frames from all different kinds of places. I mean, you name it, HomeGoods, Anthropology, and then the propagation wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, just added a little a little plant life to fill in the gaps because I ran out of picture frames. I had no more and I needed to think quick. Again, utilizing and repurposing things that I already have. That's exactly what I did here. I had these actually originally in our bedroom and I thought that they would make for better use in here. And so, yeah, I put them there.
Did a great job, baby. We have pictures from our whole relationship. Way down here is Chance when he was, 2 years old maybe? We got Christmas, holiday Christmas pictures taken.
Yeah, that was his first Christmas. First, I'd like to say in picking out artwork for the entryway, I really wanted to highlight some black art, as in like black culture art. I knew I really wanted that in this space, but I also knew I needed it to be as affordable as possible because, yeah, have you seen this space? There's a lot of money that's gone into this space, and honestly, again, I just really needed something that was going to be more affordable. So I actually went on Etsy. I love going on Etsy to check out their digital print options. And I actually got a ton of these from Etsy digital prints. My favorite of the Etsy digital prints have to be these three here. So this one, and this one. These are all by William Johnson. And they're these beautiful kind of caricature images of black couples dancing. When I look at them, I just picture that they're in a jazz club. Jazz is, if not my favorite, one of my favorite genres of music. And so when I look at these, I don't know, I get really warm and fuzzy inside, and I just really love these images. So I definitely wanted them to kind of peek out and be really bold in this space. Outside of the Etsy prints that I have here, I do have two other photos that I wanted to kind of hone in on. The first one is this one up here. This is actually a one of only and original. My father actually drew this years ago. I mean, I think this picture is actually older than me, or as old as I am, and I'm 29, so it's in pretty good shape. But yeah, this is one of my father's drawings, and it just means a lot to me having it here. So I definitely wanted to give it a home, give it a place. This image here was taken by a photographer who actually used to be one of my residents when I worked in a leasing office. Lovejoy, and first of all, her last name is just absolutely beautiful. Lovejoy is just incredible. But she took this photo while on a cross-country trip, and I went to her art gallery kind of showing of all of these photos. And at that time in my life, I was really looking for a lot of signs and things that just kind of pointed me into certain directions. And something about this photo just spoke to me when I went up to it. And every photo, she provided some bit of a backstory to why she took that photo. This photo in particular, she just kind of talked about conquering fear. And that really resonated with me. Again, I was looking for direction to be led away from fear at that point in my life. And I mean, standing eye to eye with a wild buffalo, I mean, come on, that probably is a fearful situation. She was actually the very first photographer that ever shot my first home when I did interior styling. She reached out. She really admired my space and said, hey, I really want to shoot your space. So shout out to you. Shout out to you, Tony. Like, this is, I've just kept it. And so she's remained following me through the years. And she noticed that I put this on the gallery wall, and she just was really honored. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. I know it was a long story, but.
My professional journey started in the fashion industry. I started off as a men's stylist for Urban Outfitters. So that was really fun. I went to school for fashion merchandising, so I always knew that I wanted to be within the industry, either styling or making clothes or being a buyer. So started off doing that for about 3 to 4 years. It was a great opportunity for me. I got to travel the world, style for different editorials, and meet a bunch of talented creative individuals. And while doing that, I picked up photography, and I started doing content creation. Just started obviously just styling myself and taking videos and photos on social media, Instagram, and that really blew up for me in the past couple of years, to where I'm able to now be a full-time content creator and work with some of my favorite brands. So that's what I do currently, full-time. So brands reach out to me, they gave me a campaign brief. I put my creative direction and spin on it, and shoot the photography or videography, or hire somebody to do it for me. And yeah, so it's been a fun journey, and I'm looking forward to all that this year has in store for me and us.
Yeah. So me as the CEO, and this is a new role. I actually just left my corporate career of 6 years to take the big leap of faith to just invest all of my time in my business. So as the CEO, founder, lead stylist, only stylist of a small interior design and style firm, I really started taking styling and interior styling seriously. I'd say back in 2021, I believe. That's the first time I really took a stab at it. I actually had a dream a few years prior, though, that I build in completely like architectural, just genius, an amazing condo. It was a really vivid dream, and I think since then I felt really convicted in this space, and I've really just kind of honed in on that. But over the years, I have just continuously kind of tapped into what that looks like as I sharpen my own skill set in my homes, and you can really see the elevation of this skill for me when you look at different homes that I've had over the years, and this place is really just kind of speaks to that and how I've grown. But yeah, as the CEO, founder, lead stylist, I own and operate a very small interior styling and design firm, and we help people create the soul in their home and create functionality. And it's all about understanding the psychology and the psyche of my clients first, understanding who they are, what do they do for work, what colors do they love, what kinds of things do they gravitate to. All those are questions that I ask to really understand who someone is before I try and make their home, because again, I think home is all about the soul of who you are. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I do.
So right off of our entryway, we are greeted by an open concept kitchen, dining room, and living room. So now we're going to show you just the dining room. One of my favorite accents is the crown molding that Chloé did.
The picture frame molding, it was a project that I knew I wanted to do. I actually saw a YouTuber do this specific style, and I was like, yes, we need that. I really just wanted to elevate this place again, and so did this project. It turned out really well. If you look really close, you can see some of the bones and and spaces in it, but it's okay. It was a really good first shot, and I'm just really in love with it. It's one of my favorite things. Originally, you'll see later, it's in the living room now, which is new. It was actually only in the dining room area, so I really love it. Yeah, I mean, I love this dining room table. We knew that with this home, we wanted it to be a space where we could host our family and friends. We never really had a space where we could really host and house a lot of people. And so it was really important for us to get a really nice big dining room table. And since we've moved in, we actually hosted Thanksgiving for the first time this past year, and had all of our family here. We've had a dinner with friends here, so this table has already seen a lot of love from us.
Me and Chloe are the type of hosts where we're perfectionists. We like to have all the snacks in order. We like to have the dinner ready so they're not waiting too long to eat. So at our last gathering, we had some friends from New York come up, and Chloe cooked a beautiful meal for us. Had some snacks, had some drinks at the table, and once dinner was ready, we brought everything to the table and everybody just grabbed a plate and dug in. So it was really nice to just eat with friends and family, and this table is big enough to where we can seat everybody. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely say we're family style. Like, we like to finish the cooking over there and bring everybody back to the table, back to where the magic happens, and where the bellies get full, and just kind of do the whole spread right here in the center. We don't do anything crazy like have special dinner plateware and stuff. To be continued, definitely something that I want for the future. But we're kind of laid back and really just want to have like family style, everybody right here, passing the, bowls, passing the hors d'oeuvres, and just reaching across the table to get a snack. We're definitely those type of people, and I love it. I love it. I actually created this centerpiece out of, dried up floral, and I love color. I'm definitely not and as Najm said too, he likes color. We're definitely not neutral only people where it's just one flat color. I think it's so important to incorporate color in a sophisticated way in your home, and this was a beautiful way to add kind of like a floral arrangement, but something that would live on forever in this space. I also just want to plug Hobby Lobby because I got this amazing vase. I mean, this is incredible. Do you see this vase? I got this vase for like 50% off. I saw it and I was like, yes, gotta have you, because it was pretty pricey. So even 50% off was steep, but it was well worth it. I really love this piece. And I love these candle holders that I got from Crate & Barrel. They're a little dusty though, so don't get too close up on them, but I super, super love them. Oh, and I've got to talk about these. So Najm actually got these for me. They are coasters, and they're kind of like reflective coasters, but they are from a small business or a small brand called Curves, and I actually have one of their magazines in the entryway, but I just love them. They're curvy. I love things that have curve and organic shapes to them, so I had to add those in somewhere. And then we got our plant babies. They always add color. We have to have our plant babies in this home. I just found their home to be right here in the windowsill. I figured they went through enough torture in our last place. It was super dark.
Yeah, no sunlight at our last place.
Yeah,
So.
it was so dark, and a lot of my soldiers died and never made it. And so I just placed them here. They live there. They chill. They get watered every now and again, and they're merry.
Yeah, Chloe is definitely the plant mom. I have this plant right here, which is surprisingly still alive, but I am proud of it. She helps me take care of this one. So this is my one out of probably like 20 that Chloe has. But I love that she loves plants because it makes our house feel alive. So right off the dining room, we have our big living room area. And we have my favorite piece of the house, is this big couch. Perfect for naps and movie nights with the family and Chance. And we have this beautiful table that my fiancé Chloe designed and painted.
This is one of my prized possessions in our home. Many hours, blood, sweat, tears, and more sweat, because I literally made this coffee table in the dead of August on our rooftop. So the sun was just right here. I mean, right here as I was sweating and sanding and staining and oh my goodness, and jigsawing. So yeah, I made this coffee table. This is actually my first piece of furniture I've ever made. Long story short, I definitely do want to get into building my own textiles and furniture later on in the future. So this was really a nice way to get my feet wet in this space. And I utilized a couple of methods that I researched online. I loved the sphere-based coffee tables, but they were not at a price tag I loved, unfortunately. And I was like, you know what? I think I could make this. And I saw a couple of DIYers utilizing a couple of, different techniques to make things like side tables. I saw a few coffee tables with this technique. And so I took it to IKEA, good old IKEA. And I actually utilized their bamboo serving bowls. Saw a couple of people utilize this method. It's nice, affordable. They do sell wooden spheres already kind of made on Etsy, but they're like $100 a pop. No bueno. So I went to IKEA, got my little decorating bowls, got to gluing them together, and yeah, created this base. Long story short, utilized a jigsaw for the first time and created the tabletop. And there you have it, this beautiful DIY coffee table that I'll probably cherish forever and keep.
And she actually started this at our old apartment with the spheres, and she finished it when we got here because we knew we wanted a new dining room table, living room table, sorry, but we didn't want to pay the price tag. So luckily, she just created this masterpiece. Yeah, and again, just kind of loving the organic shapes and curves and stuff. I definitely knew that I wanted to add some shapery in here, which kind of brings me to our floor lamp over here that I love. I'm obsessed with it. We actually got it from Urban Outfitters. Can you imagine? They've actually got some pretty decent home stuff, especially their lighting. Chef's kiss. But yeah, again, just kind of adding in some curves. Love this floor lamp. Love how tall it is. Without my boots on, it's actually taller than me. And yeah, just love, love, love. Obsessed with it. So as Chloe is an avid DIY project doer, I just know and I prepare myself that every week something new she's gonna come up with and craft, and I just let her run with it. I'm there if she needs help, but I know that it's gonna come whether I like it or not, and half the time I do like it. So yeah, we gotta trust the process around here. It's definitely shaky when we have constant rain like we've had lately here in Philadelphia, and I can't get outside to do things. I really have to utilize that beautiful dining table that we have. It's nice and long, good for eating and family and friend gatherings, also really good to be my workspace in my wood workshop. So a lot of the times during my DIY projects, unfortunately, our common area really suffers and my tools are everywhere, and we both kind of like things to be in order. So during those times, we have to, fight through the pain because we know what the finished product's going to be. And another one of those is the picture frame molding that we did also in here in the living room. I loved it so much in the dining room. And again, this wall is just so big. It really kind of needed some love. So that's a DIY in here. Another DIY in here is these two large, what are these, like 34 by 46 canvases. These were two pieces of art that I actually found online. Let me caveat that. I found these online. They're like printed canvases, and I love them, was obsessed with them, loved the texture that it looks like they had. Again, they were kind of printed canvases, so, but I loved the color. I loved the design. Again, didn't love the price tag. These were like, for a set of 3, it was over $1,000. For 2, it was like $800. And I was like, yeah, no. I can make that. And I literally made that and replicated them, utilized some texture methods and techniques for them. This one here, I actually used some styrofoam that I got from Michael's, and utilize some dry deck spackle to go over it to create that textured look, but also because styrofoam is pretty porous and the paint probably would have probably seeped through. So I wanted to create kind of like a 3D texture situation. Definitely had to frame them as well. And then I have that one over there. So yeah, just more DIY love. We love DIYs over here and saving a little buck. Yeah, we definitely like the nicer things, but as this is nice, it is cost efficient too. So we like to ball on a budget with our items for sure.
When the things that we can ball on a budget, the things you should always invest in are a good bed, a good couch.
Good dining room table.
Yeah.
But you can make that too if you wanted to. You could. You could.
Oh, I could.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, I could. Not everybody. I wouldn't recommend everyone make their dining table.
So we got this rug from Revival, and it's lovely. Chloe picked it out. Chance loves it. I love it.
You can tell how much Chance loves it and where he sits, because where he usually walks and lays, it's dirtier right there.
It's a wool rug, so like every time you vacuum, just everything just comes up off of it.
But it's a super awesome rug. We knew we needed an area rug that would really fill the space. Our couch, while I love our couch, while Najm loves it, it's his favorite thing about the house. It's massive, it's white, so it gets dirty and dingy really quickly. But again, it's massive. We needed a massive area rug, but I knew it needed to be an area rug that was very specific to the space and would complement it well. So yeah, this one was perfect when I saw it. And I actually am an ambassador for Revival, shameless plug, and I have a code. So, you know, you can use my code. Yeah. I love this rug though. It's really great. So these action chairs, I love them. I actually was eyeing a different set of accent chairs originally, and they were going to be kind of like a lower profile chair, still around the same color scheme. But then I walked into HomeSense one day, which it was actually my first time in a HomeSense. I've never been in a HomeSense. I don't know how I lived my life never going into HomeSense or knowing that it existed. I just felt like these chairs said, hello, welcome, buy me. Welcome to HomeSense. This is your first time here.
Okay,
we're going to welcome you the right way. Come get us. We're waiting for you. And that's precisely what I did. I bought them. They were in fact waiting for me, and now they're the perfect little piece in our home that adds a pop of color, but still kind of plays on some of the textures we have with the boucle going on in our dining area. I love them. They're also like
sturdy
and a really comfortable accent chair. Usually accent chairs is where we kind of as a people cheapen up, or we don't get something that's as functional or comfortable because we're really just looking for something that adds character or cutesiness. But these not only add character and cutesiness, I might add, but they're comfortable. Like crisscross applesauce, you can really just kind of chill in them. They're really comfortable chairs, and I absolutely love them.
And they're very photogenic chairs too.
They are.
People that love to take pictures and content creators, perfect for photo shoots. And we actually we move sometimes for photo shoots. We move our whole dining room table to utilize this beautiful space, open space, especially when it's sunny outside. The light hits perfectly for good video and photography. Yeah,
we've had a couple of people actually comment on our space saying they can't believe this is our home and not like a photography studio, because of the way we've kind of utilized some of the areas. And we actually had a friend of ours that's a photographer ask us, have you guys ever considered like renting out, creating like a peer space or renting out your space for people to shoot photos in? And you know, it's a great idea in theory, especially to make money. But what did you say to him?
I'm a private person, so I don't like a lot of people being in my house.
Yeah, he doesn't want people in our house.
If we had another studio that was strictly business, then yeah, but not at our crib.
Yeah. Talking about this little vinyl setup, this was actually not on purpose at all. The original theory for this space, we actually wanted to add in a buffet table to the dining room space that our glassware would go in. I love to collect fun glasses, so hopefully we'll look at that in the kitchen. But I actually wanted a buffet table when we moved in. Because of this massive couch, we realized, wow, this couch really ate up a lot of the space in here and we weren't able to do a buffet table anymore. We had these stools that I actually used for plants at our last place, and I repurposed them and just kind of made a little area right here, and it actually worked out really perfect because it helps kind of conceal some of the cords and outlets. I don't love seeing visible cords, so yeah, we've just got our vinyl player here. Let's talk a little bit about who we've got on the playlist. Samara Joy. She's an incredible Grammy nominated and awarded jazz artist. She's also like super young, like in her 20s, young 20s. I think she's like 26 maybe. She's incredible. So definitely had to have her. The man, the myth, the legend, Bob Marley. We've got some Kendrick Lamar in here. This was a really incredible album.
Shout out Kendrick.
Ow!
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
My favorite.
Yes, we've got Adele in here. I think there's some Kiss. There's some Prince. We've got Earth, Wind, and Fire. I love this vinyl. It's a vibe, especially when we're like cleaning around the house. Yeah, love it. And then we've also got Hank Crawford. This is actually a very incredible, I Hear a Symphony. This is a really incredible piece of work, so I love it. We've got some Ray Charles in here. We're not vinyl connoisseurs, so we just kind of enjoy the aesthetic and the vibes of playing a vinyl, but had no idea that you're not supposed to lay vinyls flat. So if you're watching this and didn't know, you're not supposed to lay them flat, and they are supposed to be laid upright. I'm just gonna bring Samara back to the front because again, it's all about how we bring out the colors, and Samara's album cover really just kind of complements the space. Always bringing it back to the style in here. So last thing that we want to talk about in the living room that we absolutely love, that adds character, it has so much charisma into the space, is this beautiful ceiling medallion. I've really been obsessed with ceiling medallions. I'm really happy they're starting to kind of come back. I love just the colonial crown moldings and detailed moldings look in homes. And when we have a home, I definitely want to have spaces that just really give that character, but definitely wanted to just take a moment for the ceiling medallion because I absolutely love it. So we are in a small boutique building, and our home was actually originally, all of the homes in this building, they were actually originally going to be condos for sale. So this was supposed to be a for sale to own condo, and I think just because of the market, the state of the economy, they kind of switched to a renter strategy here and created a kind of a multifamily dynamic. And so we were having not the best luck finding a new place. And we just so happened to have toured this place and came back to it, revisited it when another option fell through. And we just decided this was really going to be a really great space for us that offered everything that we were looking for. So in designing and approaching kind of the design, or the style, I should say, of this particular condo / apartment, with the blue kitchen, I actually did not love the blue kitchen, just because it's blue, right? And so when you're working with a color like a blue and it's in an open area space, you kind of have to be mindful of how that color contrasts with everything else. And so with this unit, I really wanted to mix textures. Textures was big for me. I wanted to see all kinds of different textures in here. I wanted to see some leather, some boucle that you see, mixed wood, mixed metals. So that was really important to me. I knew I wanted a more neutral color scheme as well for us. I actually had a super colorful and bright home the first time I really got into my style, element. And so I know I wanted to go something a little bit more muted and natural and just let the artwork and let the textures and let the skill really kind of speak for itself in the details. So I don't know what I would call this place, other than
What would you call
I
it,
don't know.
baby?
I don't know. It's just our little sanctuary. I don't necessarily think that this is necessarily modern or mid-century modern, but maybe it's just a twist. I love like British colonial, so you see the frames and yeah, I don't know. It's just a little bit of everything that I love.
You gotta make up like 2 words for the style of the house. What would you call it?
Soul's Dominion.
Soul's Dominion.
Yeah.
Okay. It does have a lot of
It's
soul
mine.
in there.
It's
Yeah.
mine. It's just a soul, just a soulful, I don't know, just a soulful place.
So now we're off into the kitchen where we have some beautiful blue cabinets. Navy blue is one of my favorite colors, so I really enjoy them. And I love the lights that we have under here and the pops of greenery that Chloe added to the space as well. We have a runner that was previously over here, but now it's in here. And I told Chloe that I love it in the kitchen area because it just makes it feel cozy. Makes me feel like I want to cook something, chef something up. So yeah, I love the open concept of the kitchen and the island and the fact that we're able to cook and watch TV if we want to, and everything is like, we can see everything from this view.
The kitchen is where all the meals are made. I definitely like to keep my kitchen counters a little bit more minimal. Even this is kind of more than what I love to have on the counters. But yeah, I mean, it's a kitchen, you know, you got to make it functional for what you need. I really want to shout out Material. They've got amazing, amazing cutlery and knives. I absolutely love them. So yeah, shout out to them. Definitely wanted to shamelessly plug that. But yeah, I mean, it's a kitchen. We've got the Nespresso, we've got a toaster oven, we've got these cookbooks here that I plan on actually opening and following some of the recipes now as well. But yeah, the blue, I wasn't in love with the blue. There was another 3-bedroom unit that's in this building that had a neutral cabinetry, and I loved it a lot more just because the blue is kind of like blue is just kind of there. But that's kind of why I approached the gallery wall the way that I did as well. I love color, and so I wanted to find a way to really add in color, so I made sure I added and incorporated a lot of photos with blue in it as well as here, just to kind of make this space feel like it didn't just land here and it had some rhyme or reason. But yeah, I mean, it's a kitchen. I've got this beautiful floral arrangement that was just gifted to me by my best friend to actually celebrate one of my recent accomplishments. And this bouquet is literally giving main character energy. It is gorgeous. It's stunning. It's like me in a bouquet. They actually did an amazing job picking this bouquet out. It's beautiful. But yeah, I mean, I really do want to show you guys my glass collection. Can I show you guys my glass collection? I'm really excited about it. So I used to collect elephants. I loved elephants, so I used to collect elephant figurines and stuff. And I have since stopped collecting elephants, really just because I didn't really have a place for them. And they felt kind of like they were creating more clutter. But I found a new obsession in glassware. This is something that doesn't necessarily create as much clutter, but is functional. So let's open it up here. This is, you know, it's a cabinet. It's doing what it needs to do. But I want to talk about, this is so cute. Look at this. It's so cute. You like it? Yeah? Yeah, okay. All right, and then I picked up this recently that I really, really love. And then I picked up this one that's also really cute and spring forward. And really, I wanted to pick up and start really collecting beautiful glassware for when we have people over. I just think it's such a conversation piece, and I just love also the fact that everything is different. So because everything is different, no one's gonna mix up their glasses when they're over. So yeah, I've just got tons of different glassware. Orange and green are like my favorite colors, so I have to have some orange. I've got a really nice like green stem wine glass here that I absolutely love. And I did want to just touch on this one really quickly. I actually have a friend who recently started a candle company, and it's really just kind of a wellness company, I should say. It's going to venture out into more than just candles, and this was actually the vessel of one of the candles. The candles smell amazing. It's called Hey Me First, and yeah, the candles are amazing. There's 2 scents currently. I think they're testing a third one. But what I love about it is it has a sustainability piece to it, which is also kind of why I love DIYs as well. I try to not overconsume in ways where I can kind of create things myself. So this was the vessel that the candle was in. Once you're done burning the candle, it acts as glassware too, and it's stunning. The other one was orange, but someone threw it away on accident, so we won't talk about that. I am special. We'll say that. I am special, and when I have a vision in my head, I have to see it through, even if it's literally insanity. And we had recently did some traveling before today, and so I couldn't really prepare anything before then. I started everything Friday. DIYs, so we were up until 7:30 this morning and literally got like an hour of sleep finishing all the projects that I put on my plate. Lesson learned to not bite off more than I can chew, but I was really determined to get a few things updated in the space that I've been wanting to do before today. So that molding that's in the living room was done yesterday. This bench is a DIY bench. It was also done yesterday / early this morning at like 5:30 in the morning, before we went to bed, mind you. But yeah, this DIY bench here, it has the nice fluted base here, and the nice, pine wood tabletop. So just wanted to highlight and shout out that.
So we both chef it up from time to time. Last night I literally just made spaghetti, which is one of my favorite dishes to make. But I'd say, it's 75-25? I think she does 75% of the cooking. I do 25, but we both do a
I'm
good
the
job.
chef though. He creates the basics. I do the recipes.
She does the recipes. I stick to what I know, which is spaghetti, hibachi, breakfast. But anything with like a meat, rice, and a veggie, I can just whip it up, But she does a good job at actually researching the recipes. As you can see, she has the recipe book, so she keeps us fed nicely. One of my favorite dishes that Chloe makes for me is one of my favorite dishes, period, which is steak. So a couple years ago, I think on our anniversary, one of our anniversaries, she cooked me a steak for the first time.
I think it was our 3-year.
3 years. She cooked me a steak for the first time, and I was blown away because I'm very particular about my steaks. But we went to the butcher shop, got a New York strip. She seasoned it, oiled it good. And
mind you,
what? When
I cooked this steak, I hadn't eaten red meat since I was maybe in middle school.
Yeah.
So she didn't even eat steak at all.
It, not even my taste. She was just like whipping it up based on how she felt, and it was really good. So I think it was steak, asparagus, and potatoes.
Yeah, probably like mashed potatoes or something.
That's my favorite dish that she makes.
I am really lucky to have a man that cooks and can be in the kitchen if he needs to be. I love that. And you know what? I think it's time for a little story.
What story?
When we first pursued each other back in college, what locked me in, even before okay, he's handsome, he's driven, etc. I liked all those things, right? They were cool. But our first time when I spent the night at his home, he cooked me breakfast. And as a girl in college,
she wasn't used
no
to
one ever cooked me breakfast before.
To me,
the bar was kind of low, but that breakfast was really good.
Yeah.
I think you cooked me like eggs and turkey bacon.
Yeah, perfect breakfast.
Yeah, it was so good. It was so good.
That wooed her over too. You know,
did.
Simple breakfast, aside from being a great gentleman like myself. So when did I know Chloe was the one? It's funny because me and one of my friends he asked me that question, and I said when I first asked her to be my girlfriend, which is not strange, but it's like for me, commitment is big. So if I'm asking for, to be in a committed relationship, I'm looking for that person to be like my forever. And it wasn't a matter of like yes or no, it was just a matter of like when the time is right and when we would be ready. So I knew that Chloe was the one ever since I asked her to be my girlfriend.
I knew that he was someone that I wanted to pursue when I first laid eyes on him, for sure. I had seen him around campus, and I always liked his demeanor. There was just something about him that had me intrigued.
We always knew of each other, and the times we did lock eyes, it was like, okay, this is intense.
But then once we started to actually know each other, it just felt like someone very familiar, right? Like it just felt like we were just good friends at the end of the day. And I think that's why we were able to keep in touch after kind of spreading and going our separate ways in college. I think that's why we were able to still remain friends, because at the end of the day, that's what we really had, was a friendship, a true, honest, genuine friendship. I just knew that I wanted him to be my boyfriend, because I was like, well, I'm visiting here almost every 2 weeks. What are we doing? And so, I mean, I think I've known for a long time that Najm was someone that was brought into my life for a reason. And year after year, it's just been continuous examples of why he's been brought into my life and how I have been able to grow from having him into my life, and how he's created a different emotional home for me as well. That's been just really, really good. So I'm super thankful, and he's the one.
I'm the one. Forever one. You are too, baby.
Thanks. Your hands are cold. So this is our wonderful, wonderful guest bathroom. We've done a couple of changes in here. Don't look too close. I told you guys we were working on some of these DIYs yesterday. So at about 7:30 almost in the morning, I said, okay, there's no way we're painting this beadboard, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So this is our guest bathroom. I knew I wanted to do a nice, bold, printed peel and stick wallpaper. I love peel and stick wallpapers. So I went with this color here and this design here. And originally I actually only did this wall here, but lately I've been kind of going and moving away from doing just accent walls where it's just one wall. So we extended the wallpaper throughout the entire bathroom, which you'll see here in a little bit. I added and changed up this vanity mirror that was in here. And then this was a project. I added beadboard in here. Again, don't look too close. It's not painted yet, so you can see some of the spackle and all of the things, but I did it renter friendly. And get this. This is like the craziest part of it. Doing it renter friendly, obviously you need something that's gonna be easy to remove, right? And the one renter friendly option that I saw utilize the Velcro kind of situations. I didn't want to do the Velcro because they're not flush, and I knew I wanted this to look flush on the wall. Can you guys guess what I used to stick this up? Scrapbook double adhesive tape. And it worked. It's not going anywhere. It's the thinnest piece of tape too. And I actually used it for the dining room molding project as well. That is being held up by scrapbook double-sided tape. So that is what we're using in here for everything. Can't believe it. This project was a beast. I think I cried, not physically, but like mentally several times. It was definitely a learning curve, but I'm really proud of it. I think it really just kind of enhances the space. I really wanted our guest bathroom to be a place that, again, just felt cohesive with the space, but also had its own moment. Every area kind of talks and speaks a different language. So I love it. It's going to be a space that continues to evolve as well. And I do want to shout out, this I loved. Although I wasn't sold on the blue cabinetry in our kitchen, I was sold on this blue tile backsplash and tiling that is in all of our showers. It's absolutely beautiful. This color is stunning. I added the gold and kind of like maroon colored accents in here, and I'm thinking if I don't paint this white, the beadboard that is, if I don't paint the beadboard white, I've actually thought about doing the maroon color, like a deep, really pretty maroon, rich color for the beadboard to complement the back tile splash. So you guys will have to stay connected with me to see what I end up doing. But that's our guest bathroom. And now we're head over and Najm's gonna talk a little bit about our master bedroom.
Now we're in the master bedroom where the magic happens. So
Sleep magic.
right now we have the beautiful king bed. We got this from CB2, and I know that we wanted a lower bed, platform like bed. Our previous one sat up pretty high, but
Super high.
yeah, I love this one in the color, and it just goes well with, you know, the ambiance in here. We got the sheets from a brand called Cozy Earth. They are silk sheets, and they are the best.
Bamboo silk.
Bamboo silk. So we've had them for about 3 years now, and great quality, highly recommend.
Yeah, easily the best sheets I've ever slept on. I can't go back. And when we actually had a bed in our guest bedroom, the sheets are a different kind of sheet, and sleeping on them, I just felt very off. I was not having a good time. So love Cozy Earth. They're also a sustainable company, so definitely highly recommend. It's a higher price point, but well worth it. When you think about sleeping in your bed, it's a worthy investment. And then up top, we just have a comforter linen set. I love linen sheets. I love linen comforters, I should say. I don't want to sleep on linen sheets, but the comforter I love. I actually got it from Target. It was a really good buy. It was neutral. And this chunky blanket, which I love. This chunky blanket is also a Target buy. It's super big. I think it's a king size. Chance knows when this blanket is drawn back, he's allowed on the bed, so he'll usually hop on up. And there's Chancey's bed. It matches mom and dad's bed.
We have some of our pictures from over the years that Chloe has framed for us. A good time capsule of our relationship, which I love, and it's right above our bed, so very special.
I got these nightstands from Amazon. I needed something quick because I had a photo shoot in here, and I knew the ones that I had I didn't want to keep. I'm really excited too. We're actually swapping out our nightstand and our dresser. I've had that dresser for such a long time, and it's gonna be really hard to part ways. But it's time to see you go, buddy. Actually, I might use it in my office. Anywho, we're actually going to be swapping out our nightstands and our dresser soon because I really just want that window to just thrive over there. Like, it's so beautiful, but I feel like it's getting covered by this nightstand. The nightstand's also really close to the bed. So we're actually going to get a tall vertical nightstand and place it in the corner here. But yeah, we've got this IKEA dresser The dresser is the mom dresser from IKEA, but I actually did another DIY, and I added the gold handles there just to give it a little bit of character. If you're familiar with the mom, it literally is just white, blank. There's no kind of pull system on them. So I did a little DIY, created some holes, added those handles in. I think I got the handles from Hobby Lobby. So that was a cool little project that I did early on in my styling bag. So then we've got these beautiful bedside table lamps that I absolutely love. They give that organic kind of shape in here. These are actually Studio McGee from Target. I saw them and was like, yes, gotta have them. And I got them. Definitely one of those girls that mixes kind of the high-low luxe stuff. I think that's just the way to go, especially when you're not a billionaire yet. Keyword yet. But even though actually I don't care to be a billionaire because there's no way to be an ethical billionaire. So let me take that back. We'll just, we'll be fruitful in our labors.
We're wealthy.
Yeah.
Wealthy in all the ways.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got this beautiful bench. I always love to have some sort of seating at the foot of my bed. Always, always, always. This color is actually discontinued. And what's the craziest thing is online, when this bench was actually available for purchase online, they called it velvet brown. There's no way this is brown. And I don't know if maybe that has something to do with why it's discontinued, because it's definitely a deep plum color, but either way, I love it, and I think it's perfect with this bed. I think I mentioned, it is from CB2, but I actually purchased it discounted at the same Crate and Barrel outlet that we got the Entryway table lamp from. So it was a really good find. It was something I actually wanted, and they had it. So yeah, definitely got that. And then we've got this old vintage chair here. I can't remember who the designer is. What's the designer?
It's a Eames dupe. It's not a Herman Miller real deal, but it does the job for us. So it's an Eames dupe, and yeah, it goes nice with the space. And I think you just randomly just plopped it here one day.
I did.
Since you had the pictures here, and it fits the vibe. And luckily, this space is kind of big enough to where you can maneuver some things around and different placements, and there's still some stuff I know we want to do with it.
Yeah, our room is definitely a work in progress. It's still something that we're still continuing to kind of elevate and get it to where we want it to be. I think that's the start of that, is really going to be changing out our nightstands and our dresser so that we can kind of reconfigure this room. But of course, we've got our plant babies. The craziest thing is this plant here, I randomly saw it at a plant shop here in Philly, and I loved it, and it has grown so much since getting it. It was like down here before, and now it's just sprouting up, and it has this upright position, and it's slowly but surely actually becoming my favorite plant in the house. So I absolutely love it. It has found its home here. This has gone through some things. When I bought it, unfortunately, it had an infestation, and so I wanted to put it somewhere where it wouldn't infect the rest of the plants in the house. You guys saw we have a lot of plants. And I talked to the plant shop that we purchased it from. Stumped is the plant shop if you're ever in Philly area and want to visit. And I asked them, hey, what are these bugs? How can I get rid of them? And so I've just been treating this plant, and I'm really happy because the bugs are gone. The infestation is gone. We're in the clear. So now she's just kind of coming back to life, and we even have some new life. I think there's like 3 new leaves coming in, and I'm very happy about it. So she's just going to stay here for a little while until our new dresser comes, and then we'll find a new place for her. But for now, she's 30, flirty, and thriving.
So we're wrapped in the master bedroom. Come and follow us to my office space. So this is my office space where I get all my creative inspiration from. I really wanted to make this space functional and something that I could be happy in every day, especially while I'm working on a computer. Like I said, I'm a men's stylist and content creator, so I love to showcase all of my clothes, this is where I do most of my video taking from. So I just set up a tripod, and I have this nice backdrop here to change outfits from. So yeah, I have all my pants here, all the lovely jackets that I have, and I love this couch. I can't remember where I got it from.
Belk.
It's Belk, yeah.
yeah.
So I used to work at Belk, and they were having they were just giving out furniture. So I was like, yeah, I'll take this, and it's the perfect size. So when I'm gaming or watching TV, I can just easily do that. And here's my desk setup. I just have a Samsung monitor, iPad situation, and yeah, it does the job for me. I love when it gets nighttime, then I can cut on my nano lights to set the mood for me. I'm a huge Funko Pop fan and collector, so I'm really big into anime. This one is Yuji Itadori, Jujutsu Kaisen, one of the best animes. If you know, you know. And I just love to display them here. Again, this room is all about inspiration for me. So if I can get that from an anime, from toys, sneakers, clothes, I could just look left or right, and I'm like, okay, idea popped, and I'm back in that mode to create something new. So yeah.
And Najm really loves Wolverine as well. And his best friend actually gifted him this Wolverine Lego hand that I think is really cool and definitely worth mentioning. So
shout out to Wolverine.
Yeah.
Best X-Men character. I love just displaying all of the things that interest me. I'm a huge tote bag collector, so as I'm grabbing an outfit, I can just pop one of these bad boys off and go about my day. And this is one of my favorite pieces in my office too. This is a djembe drum. Got this from my dad for our birthday, so really special to me.
The djembe is a staple in the Loyd family.
Yeah, we always play it when we have a birthday or a celebration. So yeah, that's my quick office tour, but this is my place of refuge, just to do some work, hang out, think of new ideas, shoot content. So I'm really grateful to have a space like this. Home to me means a safe place, a place of peace, enjoyment, a place where you can be yourself, have fun in, dream in, and safety, family, love, happiness, all those things. That's what home means to me.
To me, home is all about, and what it means to me is soul. And that's kind of why I named my business Soul. Our home should be a reflection of the innermost details of who we are. It speaks to the things that we love, what makes something functional. I think it's all about kind of our psyche, and you can learn a lot from someone by their home. So to me, it's just understanding the soul of whoever is living in the dwelling. So that's what home means to me. It's just whatever your soul speaks to.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.